Wait, gotta adjust the hair before I start filming. Alright, hey guys, so today I wanted to be talking about the lies of college and things I found out that just weren't really true, because I feel like I had all of these sorts of expectations in my first year of college, and thankfully a lot of them weren't true, and I feel like people tend to use the scare factor on you a little bit. And so I'm just speaking from my experience. This might not be true for everybody, but here are some things that I feel like were not true for my college. And I go to Madison University in Virginia, if you're wondering. But yeah, so it really depends on the college, but mine is like a public university that's pretty big, so I feel like this could go for a lot of colleges, but it really depends. So anyways, let's get into it. Or let's get into it. I don't know, whichever one it is. Okay, and also I have my phone for reference, so if I ever look down, that's why. And I also have a really bad habit of blinking and like rolling my eyes a lot, and I honestly didn't realize how bad it was until I made a YouTube channel. But anyways, I'm probably gonna edit that out, but okay. So the first lie about college that people tell you is that professors are really strict. Now, don't get me wrong, this is true to an extent. Professors are serious and they don't joke around with work, but my high school teachers really scared me and kind of made me think that college was just this big, sort of really scary place, and that professors were going to be like the least understanding people in the world, but they're actually like really chill and really cool and really nice, depending on the one you get. But I'd say 8 out of 10 times they're really not as scary as people make them out to be. Actually, I feel like I had high school teachers that were way more strict than my professors, so it really just depends. But use Rate My Professor to find them, and it's basically just a website. Like literally just search Rate My Professor and type in the professor's name into the website, and it'll give you reviews on them, so you can look at that before picking a class. But yeah, don't be scared by that. People want to scare you. Don't fall for it. The second lie about college is that you'll have a ton of free time, and I was so let down by this one. But I know how it sounds. Like college schedules, you only go, like you usually only have 2 to 3 classes a day, which sounds like a breeze, sounds so easy, but don't forget that professors assign a lot more work than high school teachers did. And sometimes, honestly, it's not even just the work, it's bringing yourself to study. And I feel like this is why a lot of people struggle their first year of college, is because no one is sitting there and telling you, hey, you need to study for this exam. You just kind of need to know to put in the work, and you need to know to do it yourself. And a lot of classes, actually, you'll just end up having like a midterm exam and then a final. And so if you flunk one of those, your grade's kind of like permanently damaged from it. So definitely put time into studying. That's like my least favorite part. I literally rather do work, like homework, than study, because I feel like studying takes a lot of self-discipline, but definitely study. So yeah, I mean, and I don't want to scare you guys too much. Just a disclaimer, I don't want to scare you guys too much, because don't get me wrong, college is really fun and you'll have times to socialize and join clubs and party and do whatever you want, but it's just not as go with the flow and easygoing as like the movies make it out to be. Like, it's just not like that. So yeah, keep that in mind, and just don't forget why you're at college. Like, you're spending all this money to get a degree, so don't lose sight of that. The third lie that people tell you about college that I found that just is not true is that you need the textbook for every class. Now, don't get me wrong, a professor is never going to outright say, oh, you could probably get a good grade in my class without the textbook. They are never going to say that, and they are always going to encourage you to buy the textbook. But I would say, talk to your friends that have taken that professor, look at their Rate My Professor, maybe wait a week and see how the class goes before you buy the textbook, because textbooks are expensive. I think the most expensive textbook I bought was like $375. and it sucks. And you can sell them, but I feel like if the textbook isn't needed, why buy it? And I would say like it was very 50-50 for me. I would say half of the classes I took my freshman year, I did use the textbook, and it was really helpful because sometimes professors literally pull their exam questions right from the textbook to make sure that you're reading. But then I'd say the other half of the class, you didn't need the textbook at all, and you kind of could just go from notes you took in class. So it really depends, but just don't go in with this mindset that you must buy every single textbook. I would talk to people before you go and do that. So yeah. Okay, my fourth lie that I heard all the time is that you're gonna gain the freshman 15. And this upsets me. I feel like any high school girl that hears this isn't gonna like that. Like, oh, you'll gain the freshman 15. Like, nobody wants to hear that. It's kind of rude that people even say that, but honestly, that was not true for me at all. I pretty much stayed consistent with my weight the whole school year. If anything, I feel like I would lose a few pounds here and there because of the stress and all the walking around campus. And this kind of depends on your campus and the college you go to also. My campus was decently big. You know, I go to a school that has about give or take 20,000 people. So it's pretty big, and we're also in the mountains, so it's very hilly. So I low-key got really nice calf muscles from college. I'm not even kidding. I got compliments on my calf muscles. So if anything, college got me in better shape, and my college had a free gym on campus that kids could go to, which is really nice, and I love that they do that because you're paying all this money for college. The last thing you're going to want to buy is a gym membership. And I know most colleges, I feel like, have a gym of some sort that you could use that comes with it for free. But yeah, I would try to go to the gym and, you know, just try to eat healthy. I know that's hard, but yeah, I just don't want you guys to think that gaining the freshman 15 is inevitable and that you will, because honestly, most of my friends and most people I talked to didn't, and if they did gain a little bit of weight, they lost it pretty quickly. So I wouldn't stress this too much. I feel like this is like a scare tactic people, like parents, use to try to like make sure you're eating healthy at college, but I just wouldn't worry about it and get too worked up about it. Okay, the fifth thing that I feel like is a big lie about college is that professors won't give out extra credit. I feel like I had the mindset that extra credit was only in high school and that like professors wouldn't do it at all, but I would say like 80% of my professors ended up giving an extra credit opportunity, which is so nice. And use the extra credit. Do it every single time you get the opportunity to. Even if you have a good grade in the class at the time, you're like, oh, like I have an A, like I'm just gonna pass this one time. You could like flunk the next test. Like you never know when you're gonna need that extra credit to help boost your grade. So always do it. Always, always, always do it. And just take advantage of that opportunity. Like the professor is being nice and they're providing you with this tool to help boost your grade a little bit. Like do it. Like I know it's a little bit of extra work and it's kind of a pain, but I highly recommend doing that. But yeah, that was another lie. I feel like I didn't think I'd get extra credit, but I did. Okay, and the sixth thing and the last lie I heard about college is that your major doesn't matter. And this one's kind of wishy-washy because I feel like your major does matter to an extent. I feel like if you're switching from the College of Business to then like communications, then to like a science major, like if you're doing very big major switches like that, you're gonna struggle and you're gonna be put behind because the prereqs that they require for business are way different than the prereqs they require for like health sciences, for example, which is my major. So if you were business the whole first year, you might be a little behind. Now, if you went and switched from, I don't know, I'm trying to think. If you went and switched from like business management to finance, that's probably not that big of a deal because they're going to require the same type of businessy courses. So I'd say it really depends, and I would just say also, I feel like people make it out to be like, oh, like, your major doesn't matter, like, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you're spending a lot of money on college. So try to pick a field or a major that you know you could get a career in that you would like. And just kind of realize it's not a decision that's going to come to you overnight. It's going to take lots of time, and you might not know. Honestly, I went in applying to colleges as an accounting major, and then I got accepted to like JMU, the college I go to, and then in the summer I was like, you know what, like I don't want to be an accounting major, like that does not excite me, that like literally depresses me. I do not want to be an accounting major, and no offense to anyone that is. My dad's an accountant and he's fine. He's great. So it doesn't, not trying to offend anyone. It's just not for me. So I switched to undeclared. And I was undeclared until October of my freshman year. And then I declared health sciences as my major. I think I figured out that I wanted to go into something more sciencey. And so I've been health sciences ever since, and I love it and it's great. But I'm just glad I made that switch from business to science very, very early on, so it didn't affect me at all. So definitely just don't put off the decision. But yeah, so those are the main lies I heard of about college. Thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned. I already have posted what to pack for college and advice for incoming college freshmen, so go check those videos out. There's lots of good advice and little tips and tricks in there, and stay tuned for more college content. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.